Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ernie C, the Gap Tooth Genius, and I'm here with the one and only, my guy Ruben Hill, a.k.a. Rue Nasty, a.k.a.
Yes,
Coach Rue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uncle Rue. Ruben Delano.
All of it.
I like the... Hey, my guy, I didn't even notice they had the D hat on, bro.
Always, man. Always.
Repping Delano, bro.
Always.
Wanted to have you on, my guy, because I think it's important that we have these conversations that we're going to have today. We are comfortable in chaos. We grew up in chaos, right? And that's why I always kind of did gravitate towards you from the jump. I felt like we really had that in common. We were really comfortable where people are not comfortable. You know what I mean? With the upbringing. So, Rue, can you just kind of give like a summary of yourself, bro? I know, just real fast, my guy coaches basketball here in Kern County. He's at North High. He loves the game of basketball. Loves this thing called life. So I'm honored to have you on, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. So my family's from Delano. My grandpa and grandma settled. My grandparents from Oklahoma. So like the Dust Bowl kind of pushed all the black folks west. Mm-hmm. My grandparents raised 8 of my grandpa's siblings, 5 children of their own, and 17 grandkids, and like pretty much a lot of other people on the way. So, just real, I won't say my grandparents were hard workers. My grandpa was the first black fireman in Kern County, first black school board member, first black councilman, first black mayor. So my grandpa's the first for a lot of things in our county and like in our state, realistically. My grandma was a preschool teacher. So it wasn't like we didn't have, there was just so many of us sometimes that stuff didn't really like trickle down. You know what I mean? My grandpa is proudly from the west side of Delano. He never wanted to leave the west side of Delano. So that's where he just set up shop and raised his family. Like as far as like my dad died when I was 2 years old. The streets are like crazy place. The 80s really kind of put a damper on everything that black people were doing. You know what I mean? Like in a few short words, like drugs, crack cocaine specifically, like flooded the streets. You know what I mean? So like a lot of my uncles and aunts were just like victims to that. You know what I'm saying? So my grandparents did the right thing and they kind of just took all of us in. And I'm the youngest out of all of them. So things, I kind of got bullied a little bit. I had a big family, so all of my siblings are more or less all of my cousins are more or less my siblings. Definitely. So we kind of just grew up, in that kind of way, real humbly. Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro. I think that's another thing, too, with your grandparents. They seem like they're the kind of protectors of the family. They're the ones that kept that thing together, and that's kind of how I felt with my family, too. It's crazy. You said these 80s was crazy for our uncles.
Yeah, bro. The 80s was a real time. It was a real time,
They were having, I don't know if they were, I don't want to say having fun, but they were just wilding out. Just
a lot of it.
That culture was just a crazy culture, bro. I know we love Rick James and shit, but that culture was just partying
bro.
Bullshit.
When you do your research and you kind of like figure out how, because cocaine was a party drug, right?
Yes, definitely.
So like all through the 70s, all through the 60s, like the rich were, some line here, line there.
That was the rich man's drug.
It was a rich man's drug, and then when crack came, it was a lot cheaper actually, and it was, you know what I mean, kind of just shoved in the communities, and so I think some people caught it a lot worse, and I just happened to be one of the ones, like a lot of generations later, that kind of just are still affected by it. You know what I mean? So everything that I do, I just try to like help break the cycle. I just try to help show kids that grew up how I grew up, how we grew up, in the areas that we grew up, because I just want to show them that there is a way out, but you have to see the other side. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to bridge the gap as much as I can, because we'd be foolish to say that everybody has a choice. Like, when you grow up like us, you fully understand that not everybody has a choice, and not everybody has like people in their life that are going to set them straight and show them right from wrong. Some people are kind of just victim to circumstance. You know what I mean?
Victim of your surroundings, your environment.
100%.
I think we discussed that too. Like the people we looked up to, I guess we could say our OGs, our big cousins, whatever. They taught us everything wrong,
100%,
and we loved it. We gravitated towards it, right?
1,000%, bro.
I feel like that. I wasn't down and out either, like with my family. But did I gravitate towards that life? Like, yeah, of course I did, because that's what I wanted to be like.
That's what you see.
They were cool.
That's cool. You see, you're a young kid, and you just see a stack of money, not
definitely.
knowing like how it got here, or like what, you just like, man, that's cool. I see you got the jewelry, you got the nice whip, you got the fly girl that everybody wants. Like,
exactly.
I'm not really focused on how you got it, just the fact that you have it and you look like me. Because on TV it's real, it's opposite.
And they're showing you love that you really can't get from anyone
else,
from
nobody else.
Yeah, it's so weird. I think now that as a grown ass man, we could see they were showing us love that we couldn't get from dad, or we couldn't get from grandpa. That's why I call him, like, we couldn't get that love, like the big cousin love or the homie love was just like, oh, you really messed with me.
It was different.
You want me around
1,000%, and you not even knowing at the time that maybe some of their peers not showing them the same type of love we giving them, because we looking up at them like role models, and they kind of knowing at the time like, man, I'm really not shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, little man showed me love, so let me go ahead and like school little man on how to do it, or maybe if I'm in a bind, let me show you how not to get it. So like, I don't want to say I like those people were my role models more than I just didn't really want to be like them niggas in the long run. No, you know what I'm saying? Because the game, right? Because this is right. So sometimes when you're young or like when you're impressionable, you only see the highlights. Like especially in today's generation, but more so like when you're young, just in general, you only see the highlights, the little 30-second clip, the dunk.
Definitely.
But you put that full film on, you know what I'm saying? Like you see it from start to finish. Like I seen people that were sober, and I seen them turned out in a matter of months.
Fast.
Quick.
So fast. Bro.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like you get that paycheck, and you know what I'm saying? These are like nickel and dime drugs, right? So of course it's 510, but 510 every hour on the hour over 3 days, your check gone in a weekend, man. I seen it.
Yes, bro.
I seen it. Lived it. Like
yes, bro.
It was in the house. Like my grandparents did everything they could to protect us and shield us from it, but like it's some stuff you just gotta see.
Yeah, you were, and it like we grab it, we love seeing it.
Oh man!
And I hate to say it, but man, when I was growing up, hip hop was a thing in this house. And
it was cracking.
We want to do everything like we want to be hard, we want to be tough,
it was cracking.
We associated that shit with being tough and being cool.
So my oldest cousin, right? My oldest cousin Ricky. He was a record promoter, so he was getting the singles and everything. I'm saying like all these people came through Delano at one point, like because they're on their way to Fresno. So like the exhibits, the Snoops, the Bone Thugs, so many pictures, so many plaques inside my grandma's house of stuff that he promoted. He was on the corner back in the day. He was at the corner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, exhibit coming to the record store. Y'all gonna be here? He signed autographs.
When they really had to push this promo.
When they really had to push, and they had to push the singles in order to sell the albums. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so like. We grew up in that time. Obviously, my grandparents, like their music taste, you know what I'm saying? The James Browns, the Temptations, the Isley Brothers, all that. But my older cousins, man, Bone Thugs was it. Like Snoop Dogg was it. Pac, man, oh my God, I remember hearing Pac as a youngster. Like the whole East Coast West Coast beef. Like my cousins asking me, like, where you from? Like, you know what I'm saying? And these are questions you really gotta answer because you is pick a side if it come do or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that it was right or whatever, but these are things that we lived, bro. Like, I was so young, and I could just remember if I wasn't outside, I was on the porch and I seen it. You know what I'm saying? So when I did jump off, I was like, oh, I had already got the game. I had already seen it.
Exactly. I think that's what. And dude, in a weird way, I miss that shit. I miss being with my boys all day. Yeah, I remember one time my cousin see me hanging out with my guys. He's like, no, you go with them. They from that side. You with them now.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's where I'm kind of from, my guys.
Yeah.
That's where we live at. 100%. And that's when I realized too that family is not always blood either. And when you do see blood on the other side, still like, you know, you go roll with them, my G.
It's loyalty, bro. It's
so weird, dude.
It's loyalty over royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like we could be tied up, but like your morals and it could lead you to choose a different thing than mine, and that's when you're no longer my family.
That was one of the biggest heartbreaks in my life. I was like, that my cousin told me go roll with them. You ain't my cousin no more. And I had to. I'm like, dude, I walked in with them. What do you want me to do? Like, it was crazy. I remember 100%. I was like a junior in high school when he told me that. And I was just a whole different Ernie, too. You know, we're young and dumb. I was like, okay, well, go ahead. All right, Mike. That's how I see it, family. You know what I mean? So crazy, dude, how that life could really teach you, like, some hard lessons and stuff. But we need those, man.
You do.
And that's why I think we have in common, too, with the kids now, like coaching basketball and whatnot. Just teaching them, like, bro, there's nothing. That did nothing for us.
It's nothing cool about it. You know what I mean? Like in the grand scheme, it's quick money at best if that's the life you want to live. And if not, if you're not really trying to hustle and you're really just in the streets and you just up to no good, like that lifespan is a lot shorter than everybody else's.
And that shit comes around so fast. There's only 2 ways out. I didn't believe it either, bro.
Nah, bro.
There's only 2 ways out.
2 ways.
Yeah, it's so scary.
And that's life. And you'll see it like now that we're older, like you probably could say the same. 16's a big deal. 18 is like, okay, cool, I'm in the game. 21, you get to 21 with no, you like, what now?
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean? Because 21 was the goal, right?
So, there's so many times we could have been caught up. There's so many times we could have gotten some heat that we didn't need.
That you didn't need.
But we were just young and dumb, like,
you were just following around until you learn, like, okay, that's no good. Because it's like your parents could your parents could do their best, right? But my grandparents especially, they were so old, and by the time we had came through, me and my little 4 cousins or whatever, my siblings, my they had already seen it all. They had already raised 4 or 5 generations of kids, so they was just like, look, there's a door. As we got older, we only had one rule, and that was you had to wake up on Sunday mornings and sing in the church choir. You ain't really had no curfew. But on Sunday mornings, if you didn't wake up,
get your ass up.
Oh man, 9 o'clock Sunday school, 10 o'clock morning worship. We was there, and that was kind of just like how our grandparents kind of humbled us too. Because no matter what we did on Friday and Saturday, we woke up Sunday and we was in that church, we was in that choir.
Go repent,
and we had to go. We had to take lessons on the sermons. We had to take notes, and we had to be able to talk that when we got back in the car. Like, what'd you learn?
That's
okay,
beautiful.
you know what I mean? Because like you could learn that album, you could learn all them plays on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Football field, basketball court.
But you can't remember the word though.
And that was it. And that was kind of like now that I'm older and I realize it, that was kind of like my grandpa was our Sunday school teacher. So that was kind of like how he got out of a lot of his frustration on us throughout the week. He would take notes and he would find scriptures and he would try to relate that to the way we were living. And he'd be like, "This is it." And sometimes a lot of those fall on deaf ears. But
isn't it crazy how you wish we could have just went back to appreciate it a little bit more?
I had to tell my grandpa. Probably like a year ago, bro. Like right around the time my grandma died. Me and my grandpa's relationship kind of like we got a lot closer. You know what I mean? Because I understood a lot more things, and I was like, man, you was grooming me, bro. Exactly. Because like growing up in Delano, right? So, like, I went to school in Bakersfield. You know what I mean? Like I went to school. I grew up here and the whole stuff. So, on the way to school, in the mornings, my grandpa, we used to listen to AM radio, and we used to listen to Paul Harvey, 1014, and Paul Harvey would give his little his little rhetoric or whatever, his little synopsis of life, and we talk about it. And so I get dropped off, and on the way back, he would ask me 3 questions before we turned FM radio on. Before we turned on 94.1 or whatever, he would ask me 3 questions, and a lot of it was about what Paul Harvey said, and a lot of it was about what happened in school. So he was just grooming me, he was teaching me, just life through these talks, through these 30-minute car rides. And a lot of it, like you said, I wish, but it's crazy how the big ones stuck. And now that I get in these rooms and I'm politicking, at work, or like I'm politicking just like with the hoop stuff, it's like, oh, I heard this before. My grandpa told me a story about when he was coming up and how maybe he was discriminated against, or maybe he thought he didn't get his fair shake and he had to keep his head down. So I'm like, a lot of the perseverance and a lot of that, like, growing up, I thought it was my older cousins, I thought it was my uncles, but a lot of that is just my grandpa. And you know how it is being a junior, being like 3rd, 4th in line, like you're the namesake.
Yes, bro.
And
100%.
And our families don't play about the namesake. Like you could, bro. Like a lot of the stuff my other cousins could get away with, I couldn't get away with, especially just in the streets. Like, what's your name? Oh, you're who? Oh, wait, but your pops was, he passed. Oh, nah, we not messing with you, bro. You good? You got a G pass. Like, all right, good. So a lot of it, I couldn't really get into it if I wanted to, but
that's a blessing at the end
a lot of times I got sent home. Like, I got sent home. I was ready to ride. You know what I'm saying? We was, whatever party, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we gonna go too. Nah, little homie, you gotta sit this one out. Damn, bro, I can't never, you know what I'm saying? But
they was
just looking out. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hoop. Like, nah, you got practice in the morning. All right, bet. So then now I'm just like, the older I got, I'm playing on different teams, and I'm seeing, and I'm going, and I'm playing in different cities, and
That's the misconception about the streets, bro. They take care of the ones they see potential in 100%. I think people don't realize that if they really care, if they really fuck with you, they're gonna take care of you 100%. And I think I've seen that so many times. I didn't understand it either, but I'm like, nah, you too smart out here. Like, what are you doing?
What you doing, bro?
What are you doing? Like, your dad working hard. Like, the namesake.
Yeah, you the namesake.
Nah, this ain't for you. I'm like, nah, it's good. Let me go smoke with y'all. Let me learn how to roll. I remember that was like a big thing in high school. I want to learn how to roll. If I kick with y'all all day, especially with the big homies, like, it was so crazy. But then I remember them telling me, like, nah, you too smart. Why?
Yeah.
What are you gonna get? Look at my brother. Look at this. I'm like, but I was so ignorant at the time, dog.
Man. Especially when you at the park. Like, my biggest thing, bro, was I used to be at the park hooping, right? And you at the park, like, it's a lot of different areas of the park. It's crazy how they're so small, but they seem so big. The homies, they be over there, woo, doing their thing, and it's like, what's up, bro? Let me come over here. Like, nah, bro, you gotta go hoop. You go play your little game. It's like, man, like, the older I got, it's like, the more I got outside, the more it kind of just like pushed me to be like, all right, cool. Obviously, I got a different calling, I got a different meaning, so that's when the hoop stuff really took off. Like, I was like 18, 19. I started coaching like the young kids, and then once I got in tune with like the middle school and high school age kids, I was like, oh, this is it.
We could take them here or take them there, and hopefully with the words we give them, they'll go this way.
The game saved my life.
Yeah, dude.
It saved my life. Yeah, there's a lot of lessons you could teach kids through this game. You know what I mean? Like, I had a mentor growing up when I was in high school. I had a coach, actually. I was like failing classes and he was telling him I'm going to study hall, first progress report come out. I'm not eligible. I'm supposed to be the guy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, cool. He set me down. He was like, all right, bet. So like on weekends, like, we're going to go watch other, we was going to the Drew League. We was going to watch N1 tournaments, like all the big high school games in the state that played on Saturdays. He was taking me to. And I'm like, man, I want to be on this level. Well, if you want to be on this level, you got to stop hanging out with who you hanging out with. You got to stop with them, my guys. Like, nah, but they can't do what you could do. Mm-hmm. So then that kind of like in high school just divided a rift between me and the homies. But my real homies understood, like, where you gonna get up out of here? Like, it's crazy, like, going back and talking to my homies, they were like, bro, we always knew you was gonna do this. Mm-hmm. We always knew you was gonna be on. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how y'all? I was trying to be like y'all. They was like, no, we was trying to be like you. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy, bro, how life and how the game would just humble you like that. You know what I mean?
It's a reality check sometimes. Like, how'd y'all know?
How'd you know?
They always know. I don't want to say it's charisma, but it's that special light that you have, my guy. It's just weird, bro. It's a special light, bro. And I feel like that's how we relate too. Now we come back, it's like, oh shit, you doing that? How could I? I'm like, bro, if I could do it, any of y'all could do it, bro. Any of y'all could do this game.
I'd have been there, bro. Like, I didn't have them nights where I didn't want to keep going. Like, where you kind of like, you sleeping in the car and you hungry. Like, I've been there, guy. I've been there.
Broke, bro.
Once I left my grandparents' house, I was not going back. Mm-hmm. My grandparents got an open door policy, but I could never give my grandpa that satisfaction. Mm-hmm. Like, I was never going to do that. Mm-hmm. Not even satisfaction, because I'm pretty sure he didn't want me to come back. Like it would be more disappointing, if anything.
Yeah, I'm sure. Of course, they always
they would have took me back.
Would love to. We could let you sleep out here in these streets.
I moved out when I was 17. I wasn't going back. Mm-hmm. That was it. Like, once I left Delano and came to Bakersfield, I wasn't going back to Delano. Mm-hmm. I'd always told myself that. So it was kind of just like you said, it was just God's will. Like, people know, like, that charisma, that energy, like they could sense it. You know what I'm saying?
That grind, my guy. That's kind of like what I put on these fucking shirts, dude. This whole keep grinding. It's not just a saying. No. This is what I've been doing all my life, though. Y'all just seen it now.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
It's coming full circle.
Yeah, I just never really believed in it either, to be honest with you. I just thought, I just got to get by. I'm just trying to get by. But no, it's bigger than that. You're trying to grind, because the manifestation now, at least to here.
Once you realize that you just trying to, like, in the beginning, right, I'm just trying to fit in. I'm just trying to blend in. Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure I'm not the one that's messing up. And then you kind of see who's in charge and, like, who's in the lead. And you like, nah, I could do that.
Yeah.
So then the goal changes, right? You go from, like, just wanting to blend. Now it's like, okay, I'm the guy. Now you're fully embracing, like, what your parents and what everybody else saw in you. You're fully embracing that. Now it's like, all right, man, get out the way, bro. Like, this is easy.
When we surround ourselves by people too, who are on different levels, it's like
work.
They're kind of working our mind a little bit 100%. Better. Like, there's always something different we could do, or real. Like, we could build on this. How are you gonna build on this now? And I know we talked about this when I first met you about being, I think we were just on JV. You were assistant on JV, I think, at the time, like 5 years ago.
I was a freshman coach at Liberty.
And just talking about how it wasn't frustration, but just your will to want to be something.
I wanted to be the JV coach. Yeah. I wanted to be that when I first came in. I was like, I'm just here to help.
Yeah, exactly.
And I seen it, and I put the work in, and then I saw people who was in front of me, and I saw people come and go, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, exactly.
I deserve that. And then once you start talking about what you deserve, and you start manifesting things, you start praying on things, you start putting in, like luck favors the prepared man.
Definitely.
Right? You don't just get lucky.
No, bro. Definitely.
Luck favors the prepared man. So if you're not prepared and you're not ready to take action when your number is called, then it's just going to pass you by and you're just going to stay stagnant.
Prep is everything. I tell people,
1,000%.
Did you prepare though? Like, what did you expect when you're not giving these damn books? What am I expecting when I'm not giving 3 hours to the game? Mm-hmm. Just studying. What do you expect, Ern? Like, come on, man. You really surprised you didn't do that well?
Yeah.
I think that's life too. Like, how are you supposed to do well when you didn't even... So sometimes luck does happen though.
1,000%.
Sometimes luck happens.
But if you're not like...
We can't bank on that
every time. Motherfuckers you'll be foolish to be like, oh, my hard work and I just grind it and that's the only reason why. Nah, you got to get lucky.
Yeah,
you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit the jackpot. This shit, bro. A little bit, just like a boost, a stepping stone. Sometimes we get in these rooms and it's not what you know, but sometimes it's who you know.
100%.
You don't got to be qualified. You just kind of got to like
We literally prepare right now.
You know what I'm saying?
What we doing at these schools?
1,000%, bro.
Yeah, who we know. Sure, you're qualified, but me, I wasn't.
I just walked in like I'm a basketball coach. Like what can you do? Like I'm good with kids. Oh, you want to do special ed? All right, bet.
Same here.
I just grinded, put my head down, and I was always on time. And then my
little things. Isn't it crazy how the little things are
that's
it's so crazy.
And you would think, right? Because like we're coming from where we come from, that's just what's expected. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to wake up and take the trash out. You're supposed to brush your teeth. You're supposed to shower before you. You're supposed to make your bed in the morning. Like, what are you talking about? At least how I grew up, old school. So it's like
you need.
We always had to like 2 things we had to do. We didn't have very many chores because we played sports, but we had to cut the grass and we had to take the trash out. And the girls had to clean the kitchen and vacuum the living room and make my grandparents' bed every night. Those were things that were expected. So when you get in here and you like, oh, work. I thought, and then you see how little work the people that were already there do. It makes people look at you like, man, he's a superstar. It's like, oh, I didn't know y'all was up here just cutting corners this whole time. I saw you guys as where I wanted to be, and so now I'm just like, oh, I could elevate past you with just the grind. Definitely. Like the grind gonna speak for itself.
Exactly, bro.
I'm gonna just prove to you, give me that opportunity, and I'm gonna run with it. But like so many times, too many of our people don't get that opportunity.
They quit.
They do quit.
No perseverance, no resiliency. I think you have to have all that. There's been so many times. I'm sure you felt the same way. Like, fuck all this.
100%.
I'm done. Like, why? If I want to be, I'm doing the same thing over and over, but I get the same result. Then,
but they never seen nobody that looks like us and does what we do, comes from where we come from. They never seen them be successful on just like on our level, right? So you got to redefine your idea of success. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be crazy rich with so much money I don't want to know what to do with it. I don't want to be super famous. I want to be good to people. I want to be comfortable. I want to have a nice house. I want to have a nice car. I want to have a, you know what I'm saying, a wife that holds me down. And I want to be able to vacation wherever I want to.
And freedom is a great thing.
That's it.
Just, I want to do what I want to do.
I want to be comfortable.
Exactly, bro.
I don't want to do anything that's not outside my means. I don't want any extra more responsibility that I want and that I feel like I can handle. I want to take on everything that I can handle and I'm gonna do that great. But if it's not for me, people gotta stay in their lane.
Definitely.
There's some things that like I just don't mess with because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm true to and I know who's behind me. That if I was to quit now, like, okay, like people are like the other day at school, man, one of these kids was like, "What do you do, bro?" I was like, "Oh, like I'll be out here.
Yeah.
I work." He's like, "Nah, man, you got a nice car, man." He's like, "You got jewelry." He's like, "You got shoes." He's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I just work. I coach basketball. I work at a school, man." But what's your idea of success? Because to some kids, like, I'm popping.
Yeah.
But I'm not like moving weight. I'm not hustling. I'm not scamming. I can sleep at night. I'm comfortable. We got a pool at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I drive a nice car.
Uncle Sam can see everything that's coming in.
He can see everything. It's legal. It's legit, bro. You can live like this too. What's your idea of success?
Exactly.
I could vacation wherever I want to. I ain't been at home every weekend this month.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know what I mean? But that's the grind. That's the work. Like, it's taking me places.
It's a beautiful thing, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But
it's a lot of times like, it's no retirement plan in selling drugs, young guy.
No, there isn't.
There's no retirement plan in the streets.
No, there
Everybody you know that you thought had money when you growing up still live in the same house. They still got that same car that you thought was nice in the 90s. They still got it.
And I think people need to realize too what you've seen is they're spending as fast as they get in it.
Man.
And that's something I learned too. Like you see, like, and it's here too. I'm just trying to learn how to manage money now. The money ain't hard to get, but how do you manage it to work for you? How do you
credit? Exactly. When I bought my first car, man, I had no credit. My little Craigslist pup, you know what I'm saying? My little Buick LeSabre, it went bad. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Bucky. And I needed a car, and I was serving, and I didn't really know about bank accounts. I was serving and I was officiating. So when you serve, you get a lot of cash, and when you officiate, you get cash too. But I wasn't putting it in the bank.
So I went
to the car dealership, like, "Look, bro, I need a car." Everybody was like, "All right, run your credit." They was like, "Oh, you don't have no credit." So I was like, "Man, I got this money, bro. I need a car." So I'm like, man, I had, you know, my little savings or whatever. I took the guy cash in a backpack. He was like, "All right, bro, you can pick any car from here to here." And that's how I got my first car. And that's how I learned about credit. Like, you got to make your payments on time. You got to, like, about credit cards and just about all of that. And I'm like, man, I'm 19 and I had no idea.
No one ever taught us, bro.
Nah, bro.
That's what I want to get to too. When we were talking about gravitating to the homies and the big cousins, where we didn't treat us like our grandparents and parents. No one ever did that. They did that for the bad shit. I wish they would just did it just a little bit for the good shit.
They didn't even know. They didn't go to school.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't. And even when you do go to school, they don't teach you. So you got to think of it like this, right? So
Working in a school now.
I work at a school. Sometimes you see some of these teachers and you fully understand, right? You can see when these rappers will be like, my teacher said I wasn't going to be shit. Sometimes you be like, man, that's cap. But sometimes your circumstance doesn't allow you to be the best student. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, if you could go to school all day, every day, and you're always in trouble, you always getting kicked out of class, you kind of just want some attention, and you always feel like you're the bad person, or you can go to the corner, they gonna tell you they love you, they gonna give you a little bit of money, as long as you bang this flag, as long as you say you from here. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna choose? After 3 weeks of school, you get suspended every day. You not in your class.
Constantly shitting on you.
You know what I'm saying? In school suspension. Mm-hmm. Or I could go over here. They gonna take care of me. I think whatever I think is take care of, protect me. They gonna give me a gun. They gonna give me some cash. They gonna give me some drugs. Mm-hmm. And that's all the love I want. That's all the attention I need. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna gravitate to?
What you know.
What are our homies? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you know.
These people did that, and they do that, and sometimes you're like, man, if Lil Johnny had to get dressed in the dark, make sure his little sister ate breakfast, make sure she got to school to the bus stop, make sure his mom was like doing wherever she was doing, lock up the house, walk to school. Maybe he got to school 10 minutes late because he had to do all these responsibilities. Mm-hmm. He forgot a pencil,
and you on him,
and you pressing him about the pencil. Mm-hmm. You know what this young dude or this young lady. Because, like, you know, a lot of times it is the big sisters, too. You know what they had to do in order just to even get to school?
They growing up so fast. Like, you know what she's going through right now?
And you gonna send her out for not doing homework? Have you ever had a conversation with these kids? Because I was one of those kids. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't think, like, my you know what I'm saying? I was a ward of the state. Mm-hmm. I went through the custody thing. We was in, like, not really foster care, but we, you know, like, the transaction period where they're trying to find, like, you know what I'm saying? I knew my grandparents were always going to come get me, but, just in them things, I was in them, like, them 6-hour holding cells with them other, I'm like, whoa, like, if you only knew, I done been that kid. Mm-hmm. Have you even had a conversation? Mm-hmm. How you doing today, man? Did you eat today?
Exactly, bro.
What's up? How you living?
What's going on at home, my guy?
What's going on? Are you good?
Yeah. Are you good?
Are you good?
Bro, did anybody who's supposed to be a role model in school ever tell you that?
Nah, bro. You know what they did, bro?
Fuck, bro.
They sent me to counseling and therapy to a lady that I had to go see twice a week who used to tell me I was angry and try to figure out why I was angry. And I didn't know I was angry. Come on, man.
They used to take me to the fucking family against domestic violence and just talk with this lady who's a stranger who ain't even know that. Yo, you don't even know what I had to see last night with my parents.
No idea, yo.
Like, you ever been in mediation at 10 years old, 11 years, because you're the oldest? Like, what the fuck were you? How do you want me to feel, lady?
Yeah, man.
I'm a little mad about it because ain't nobody asked me, hey, Aaron, what you want to do?
What you want to do?
I'm over here packing my bag every Monday and Wednesday, and then I can't take no clothes from my dad's house because my dad wants to keep his clothes here.
Right.
So I gotta go with my motherfucking gym shorts and this ugly shirt that my mom got me and go back to my mom's. No one ever asked.
Waking up to chaos every day, man. Waking up to
comfortable in chaos, bro.
Yeah, man, because that's all you know.
I was thinking about that yesterday, my guy, riding out, and this is what's crazy about this pod. It's real, you know what I mean? This is like, we didn't prep for any of this shit.
No.
I was thinking, like, what could I name this, and how could I start the pod? And I'm like, I like Rue because we ain't thugs or nothing like that. We grew up around some rough characters, and we know rough characters
in the environment, in the hood,
and we were comfortable in chaos.
That's all you know.
And that's why I think we should name the pod anyway. But that's how I figured.
1,000%.
That's why I think that we really clicked, bro.
That's great, bro. And that's real, man. Like, you don't know what it's like when I was with my mom and pops or whatever, and you waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just argument. It's just fuss about anything, like lights and food and just anything, right? And then you come like back to like Graham's house or whatever, and if it's Eggos in the refrigerator and you went to sleep thinking about them Eggos and you wake up and your cousin want them Eggos or your uncle who done been out all night and they off the shits, who gonna win that battle? You gotta wake up 10 years old. Like, I'm not finna fight you over no waffles, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So now I'm gonna just eat my little dry, like, and you just learn and you just be like, then you finally get like, all right, cool, man.
And it's crazy how our age, we see how that kind of scars us now, with our relationships with people, with our girls, with our homies, with just ourselves. We're always thinking like, do they really love me though?
Right, because you don't know, right? Because you don't really know what love is, and you associate love with all different feelings, like
with chaos.
Fucking
right. Horrible, dude, yeah.
I don't know the word nowadays is toxic, right? It's really just chaos, right?
Definitely.
So like, I don't know, when everything seems to be too good, I might I might throw a damper in it. I might throw like a little. I might throw like a little random test out because it's coping mechanisms, and I got to keep my heart on secure because if I give it to you when I'm disappointed, like emotions, I don't know how to deal with, bro. Like I don't really know how to deal with being disappointed, or my feelings get hurt. Man, I'm a terrible person when my feelings get hurt because I don't know how to act. I don't know how to yield that. And like you said, sometimes in our relationships, like especially with women, like it could go left.
And it's like we want it to go fucking left.
Every time you want it to go
even
right.
Right now, and it's not about me at all, but it's your pod. But even like right now, my girlfriend, it's like, why do I act up when it's great? She tells me, why though? Like, is that just what you're used to doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've seen that all your life, but it's a coping mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism.
Because I'm like, this is doing too good. Something's bound to happen.
Something's bound to happen, so let me make something happen. Let me test your gangster and see where you at with
and it's horrible to do, but you know what, though? I think at least we're aware of what we
1,000%.
and I'm aware of it, and now it's just kind of like, okay, I do that, and I just need to stop.
You could work on the fixing process, right? And it's like
it's so beautiful to have somebody who's willing to work with
1,000%.
And
self-assessment is key. It's somebody to just point them flaws out. Like, look, bro, like this hurting me, and I know you don't want to hurt me, but this is hurting me. Mm-hmm. So can you please fix that? Mm-hmm. And that's all you really want, right?
I always tell her too, like, just validate my feelings. Just tell me, yo, I understand. It's okay.
I'm in your corner,
and I got you, and I'm listening to you. Don't brush it off.
Cause I be tripping.
Cause I know it's not a big deal to her.
No,
but to me, it's like, oh, it's a fucking big deal, ma.
Yeah, 100%.
And she's like, I just want you to validate it, and let's talk about it,
right?
Because I trust you, and I'm never gonna be mad at you. I'm not angry. I just want you to validate and just talk to me,
right? See,
and just help me. I always tell, just help me, and dude.
See, but you got that. See, I see my little situation or whatever. We gonna get whatever.
Entanglement.
My little, you know what I'm saying? It's the opposite because I shut down.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to work through like emotional problems because, like I said, if I get disappointed or my feelings get hurt, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah, I learned that.
And I need you to feel how I felt. Yeah. So it's like I don't really, you know what I mean? So I try to stay out of those situations as much as I can. But like sometimes, like you said, it's that one. Like look, bro. Like I fuck with you. You know I fuck with you because I done showed you I fucked with you.
100%.
But you're hurting me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you mean to hurt me, but you're hurting me. Mm-hmm. So can you please address it? And then you be like, damn.
It's just so crazy, like the chaos that was all in my life. I'm like, that shit still affects me to this day.
Because then you end up being the person you don't want to be, and you're like, damn.
Even when the person I didn't want to be, I still showed that. I'm like, fuck. Mm-hmm. And I even told her, like, I can still tell. I know the date my mom left this pad. I know the date in my head, like to the back of the teeth. That shit still, and I hate to say it, but. And I try my best not to let it affect me in my life too, but it always is. I think
it is.
That's what we grew up on,
bro. I got mommy issues to the people be like, oh, whatever, but that's like I didn't really have like most people. Like growing up in the hood, niggas love their mom. Mm-hmm. Their mom is their soldier, whatever. Early pregnancy, whatever. They beat all that like with their moms. Mm-hmm. I never had that, bro. Mm-hmm. My only type of shit was like my grandma. So I kind of just associated everything bad and like to my mom, like you said, like I can remember like specific dates where I felt like my mom like did things, and that so like I'm like, oh man, like
it's crazy. Even now, dude, like I'm older, my cousins who did teach me, but then I'm like, man, what the fuck y'all were teaching me at 12, 13? Y'all was smoking that shit around me? Mm-hmm. Like what? Why would I respect you now? That's why I don't really mess with you. I can't mess with you. I'm sure they're watching this, but they know. Like, I can't really mess with you because now you have kids. What the hell would I be looking like if I was doing that with your kids in the house?
And you already know because you grew up in it. So like you're trying to shield the youngsters from it, and you try to make sure they grow up in love. Like you a great uncle, like you're a great Nino, like and same like. Because I knew what my uncles and my aunts did.
Yeah, definitely.
And I seen it, and they talked to me some type of way, and I used to hate them. Like my parents ain't your parents, them is my parents, but it's like. If them is your parents, why we not living with you? And why we're siblings at this point, guy.
Man,
we hold the same weight.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
You still here. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get out. At least like I got a shot. Mm-hmm. And so that adds to like the animosity. It's like I don't really want to be like you. I don't want to be like you. So when I'm out and I'm in the streets and people offer up, nah, because I know what that looks like in 20 years. Definitely. I seen it, and I can't be like that, bro. Mm-hmm. I know. Like I said, people only see the highlights. Oh, well, it's gonna make you feel good tonight. Mm-hmm. You gonna do this tonight, tomorrow. All right, cool. But in 10 years, bro, I ain't gonna have no money.
What's that gonna do for you?
I'm gonna be begging my grandparents for money.
I hate the word potential. You're gonna waste your whole fucking potential. Mm-hmm. Your potential's gone now. What you could have been.
Right.
So what's going to basketball, bro? This is how we met was through basketball. Right. Shout out to my guy Domo, the Hill, all that good stuff.
My guy's big bro. Damo is my spiritual advisor and everything monogamous.
God, dude, Damo is my counselor.
1,000%.
And sometimes I hate hearing it.
Nah, that's big, bro. But he gonna shoot it real to you, bro. Like
that's what you gotta respect.
Damo will hit you with a random text in the middle of the night and be like, "Yo, like, be careful.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. Like, be careful. Make sure you're making good decisions." There's a lot of people that will be affected. Like on my worst days, I hit Damo like crying, like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, and he'll like break it down to you, like, "Look, bro, like, it's so many people that will be affected by if you did something reckless than just yourself. So think, please, and like, be careful when you in these rooms and know who's out for you. Like, just randomly, like, damn, Damo, like, nigga, you supposed to be in bed."
Yeah, no, facts. I remember when I went last time I was at Damo, I was just trying to. I was gonna throw away the grind. I was like just frustrated, like, oh, I need more. But he put it down like, what? What do you mean need more? Like, what you got?
Yeah,
freedom.
1,000%.
You worked 10 years to get freedom.
Yeah.
Why?
He's great with giving perspective.
Yeah.
With perspective and just like where you're going as opposed to where you've been to, and like you can't go back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll be dumb to settle and throw, like you said, that P word, the potential.
Yeah.
You'll be dumb to just trick it off. So now, we did meet through Damo.
Yeah, and coaching for you, and then you said it yesterday. Shout out to We the North Radio.
Oh man,
Shout out you guys gotta check that out. Real entertaining. When you said the sanctuary of basketball, bro, that is something that just because I got a lot of loves in life, and just I respect a lot of arts. Basketball is an art that I respect. So 100%. Hearing you say the sanctuary means you really have a connection to it. You love it.
That's the spot. That's the holy ground, bro. Like. Life is a basketball game, right? Heaven is a playground. That's something I grew up saying. So it's sanctuary, bro. When I would have these bad days, when I would be at school, I knew at recess I would always have my basketball. I would always dribble, do. Like when I got to school at recess, we was gonna get it in, always hoop, right? So like as I got older, it kind of just like if I had a bad day, if I had a bad moment, I'm going to the gym to hoop. I never left the gym in a bad mood. Now when I got home or whenever I got to wherever else, like that might have changed, but while I was in there, I was good. I was gonna get picked. I could talk my shit. I could get all my energy out. I could be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young dude. I'm small, so I got a chip on my shoulder anyway.
You get lost in there.
Yeah, oh man, for hours. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like my one thing about my grandma is she always knew that when I told her I was going to play basketball, I was going to play basketball. I was never going nowhere else. Now I might have said I was going to the homie's house and went somewhere else, but when I said basketball, like that was everything to me, bro. I dribbled a basketball every single day. Like it was solace. Like it was
definitely
like I could get everything out.
It's like a man, how can I say, it's your sanctuary as well, bro. It's like that's the spot that you gotta. It's kind of like meditation, kind of, bro. That's how I feel about running. I don't run a lot, but when I run, you get lost in it, bro. It's a beautiful thing.
For that, whatever, 40 minutes, 50 minutes to an hour, or 3 hours when you're younger, and you're just playing open gym, like that's it. If I'm competitive, if I'm competing at the highest level, and that's really what life's about, right? Like the greatest men in life were competitors. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way back to George Washington and them dudes, right? Like all the greatest like wars and debates or whatever start the penis swinging contest.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's who you are, like as a man. So it's nice to have somewhere to go get that out, and you could be physical. It's a contact sport, but it's not dirty, and there is skill involved. It's a thinking man's game. So like it tests you on all levels. You know what I mean? So that's just, you know what I'm saying? I could go on about how
important is it for you to teach that to the next generation, bro, with these kids that we coach?
It's everything, bro, because the game saved my life. Like I was at the gym when I could have been in a lot of different places. You know what I'm saying? I was that for at least for those couple of hours in the morning, and maybe probably at night too, like at the parks. So I just grew up hooping. Delano is a big basketball town, man. Like they might not be as good, but or as fit athletically gifted, but they know how to play basketball and they know how to move, they know how to cut, so like they know how to play the game the right way. You know what I mean? So like it's important to me because I knew what that meant, and when I got to the gym and the big homies was like, do your crossover low below the knees and do these dribbling drills and get some extra shots up too because your jumper's kind of whack. Like I knew that gave me something to work on, and that built my grind, right, to other things, right? So like I enjoy getting better at things. So I enjoy like learning, not a lot of new stuff, but like the things I'm interested in, right?
Always.
So like,
I think that's the best thing. We should learn things that
we're interested in. And once I learned, like I just started like lifting weights not too long ago, like as an adult, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to be no meathead, but I got in there and I was like, oh, I get it. I could challenge myself every single day.
It's just to get these damn joints moving.
Just to you know what I'm saying? Just to get going and just to be competitive with myself again.
Exactly.
Like, okay, cool, bro. Like, you missed a play last week. Mm-hmm. All right, can you go up a little bit more today? It's a little bit better every single day. Because I'm not trying to run and hoop like that no more. I'm not one of them dudes who still need to chase my hoop dreams, right? Like, I'm very much content with giving it to the next generation. Because I do feel like it's every basketball player's obligation to put back what they got out of it.
Definitely, 100%.
You know what I mean? And that's like, you would do that in anything. With anything you love, you should always pass it down. I feel like sometimes, like, knowledge isn't really, like, passed down, like, where we come from. A lot of people try to hold on to it. They try to sell you the game instead of tell you the game, right?
You can't fucking hold on to it.
The game is to be told and not sold.
If we gone tomorrow, my guy, I don't want any fucking little DJ I mess with, because there's some out there like hitting me up. I want to give y'all the game, because no one gave it to me.
Elevate it, bro.
No one wanted to give it to me, bro. No one did.
Nobody.
Shout out to everybody I shout out to all the time. Every DJ knows who I mess with, but, bro, when I in the beginning, nah, bro, this is mine. You know who's
real big on that too, bro, is Wes Davis, third.
Yes.
He's real organic with his delivery, and he'll tell you straight up, like, hey, bro, like, this is good, this is bad. Like, I done been through that. I'm not no hater. Like, when I was your age, I wish I would have did this and maybe not that. We kind of got the same, like, mentality and attitude. Like, we love people. So he's like, look, bro, like, if this is what you want to do, you got to chase it. And I'm like, man, like, people like that, you know what I'm saying?
You need that,
like,
bro.
Yeah, you need that. You need the real people in your corner, bro.
Definitely. I think I felt like with the coaching and everything, that really taught me. I was always in a little bubble by myself, but then once I started coaching, it's like, no, these kids need someone like me.
It gives you responsibility too. So when you out here when you out here living reckless, and when you out here doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, like, what would you tell your kids?
Exactly. And it's like, that's like going through that chaos. I think that's what we like. You're a great coach, but I think it takes us to the next level when we connecting with the kids is half the battle.
Because our gym got to stay open, bro, because I know what's out there, and I know what you could do. Idle time is the devil. Idle time, bro. Think about how many of your big homies or your homies just in general, right? Like, or even yourself.
Even idle time for me right now is the devil, bro.
Idle time.
Yes.
Nah, bro, I'm going to open the gym. Come on.
The lockdown was the most horrific part of my life, bro. People don't think that shit's real. No, that was idle time. I did not need.
I went into a depression, right? Because I was right around the time that my grandma had passed, and I didn't know what I was good at outside of basketball. Which is weird, because I didn't play at no crazy high level, like a little JUCO or whatever, but like...
Is that like an identity crisis you would say sometimes, too?
100%.
When that shit gets snatched away from you?
100%, right? Yeah. And two, like, it magnified because my grandma had passed, so I didn't know what to do with all this energy. But people wanted my energy, but I was mourning, and I was in the house, so I didn't really have nothing to summon it, and I didn't have the kids, and I didn't have basketball, so it's just like... Whoa. So, like, I had my first, like, stint with, like, anxiety and depression, right? I, like, walked into the bar one day. And you know, I'm popular. A lot of people, I know a lot of people, right? Definitely. So I could walk into any given bar sometimes and Rue's here. Rue, what's up? Like, you know, like,
get love.
If I interview as a DJ, you shout me out. Like, Rue, you know what I'm saying? Rue Nasty in here.
And that's the best feeling.
And that's the best feeling, right? Or so I thought, bro, when I had walked into the space and Rue, and like I remember my heart just dropped and like bounced to the bottom of my stomach and then came up into my mouth, and I was like, whoa, like everything was in slow motion. And I was like, what do they want from me?
Yeah, exactly.
What? And so I walked out, bro. Didn't even get a drink, bro. Walked out, and I was like, damn, I gotta start figuring out, because like we talked about earlier, like when you get to 21, when I got to 25, I was like, I might be here for a minute, bro.
What the fuck is this? Like, I didn't know.
Oh, man.
I didn't plan for this.
I didn't set myself up to be 25 at all.
Didn't know.
30
is a fucking weird thing, too.
You know what I mean?
Halfway.
So just like to tie it back in, I'm like, yo, to these young kids, I'm like, yo, I can only give you the game as raw as I get it. Because I'm still digesting it on a day-to-day basis. So I can't really tell you, like, what to do. I can only tell you what not to do. And I could try to be like, lean on me, bro. So if I fall flat on my face, look, young boy, look. Get you a job, go to school. Stay in school as long as you can. There's no bills. Your parents gonna let you stay there? Stay there. I'm thinking like independence was everything. I just wanted to get out. Nah, bro, your parents gonna let you stay at the house? Stay at the house.
Please do.
Get your degree.
As long as you can.
Stack your money. Get your little credit card. Not a big credit card. Get your little credit card. Maybe buy some jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the hood way, but it works. Do that. So by the time you're 21, 25, your credit score is out the roof. You could put a down payment on the house, and you that already bought 2 cars. So your first car might have been a bucket, but your second car is something hot.
I told the homie, like, yo, get that house, my guy. You ain't gotta live in it.
Right.
Stack, get another one in 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
You have every opportunity to do that now. You're young.
Just financial literacy, bro. So like at 25, I was like, man. Luckily, I had new people and I wasn't down bad, so I was able to like kick things into gear and get in motion and finally step up to like that next level. You know what I mean? To be comfortable. And my credit score was like, it was cool and it's right. And so now I'm like working. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Yeah, so just to like tell you, it means everything, bro. To be like, yo, like, I'm not a, like, you know, there's a lot of father figures in coaching. Definitely. I'm not one of them yet. I'm big bro.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, I'm big bro. Like, hey, look, little homie, I know what you're doing. You too loose with it, because if I could tell, everybody else could tell.
Oh my God!
Just tighten it up.
Same. You gotta tell you one of the guys. I ain't gonna say his name, but my G. If I know, everybody knows, and that's not okay. You need to move a little bit more. You need to lurk a little bit slower, my G.
Take your do-rag off. Put your pants
I can't even tell you don't do it, because I know how I was, especially if they graduated.
Hey,
those are the ones I'm worried about. The ones who already graduated.
But what I tell you is, what we learned, bro, is we lost a couple, right?
Definitely. Rest in peace, Manny.
Yeah, rest in peace, my guy Manny, man. And his life was something crazy. You still gotta check in with those dudes, like you check in with them when they, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little less, maybe it's once a week, every 2 weeks. We do mandatory check-ins with our dudes now. I do anyway. I need to hear from you twice a month. I need a game plan. Because they're still 18, 19. They don't know. Their graduation don't mean nothing. The street. 18 not really the age where you're like independent. As much as growing up in the hood like you think you are, but it's like if you look on the reverse and you think about all the people that are like successful or like got things handed to them, they didn't leave the nest at 18.
No, bro.
They developed, bro. They got more development in them.
Yeah, bro.
They didn't have to like go out and fall flat on their face, and that's what we could teach these kids, right? Like, redefine your idea of success. Like, it's not cool to struggle. It's not cool. Raise your kids, bro. You don't really got to be with your woman, but you got to be functional. And your kid has to not grow up in that much chaos.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, it's everything, and we just have to redefine our idea of success. And it's like, take it from me, bro. I got something that, you know what I'm saying, that I might drive that you might think is hot. I got some little pieces that, you know what I'm saying, that you might like.
Dimes and shit, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they love that, bro.
Yeah, and it's cool to them.
They gravitate towards it.
It's cool to them. So it's like, let me use that to relate, because I know what it's like on the other side. And I feel like Mr. Jones, he's supposed to have that. Because he don't look like me. And he probably got everything handed to him. That might not be true, but I know how kids who grew up how we grew up think, right? So it's like, find a common ground. For me, like, I'm still young. I grew up in that guy. I'm not even 10 years older than you. I got a little sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nephews. So I could just be like, look, I could just be the OG I always wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm 26. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm 26, so it's like, go ahead.
And you 26, my guy, you have so much more, bro. That's what's crazy. Man. Just know that, bro.
Like, cause like, what I realized when I turned 25 was like I said, like, I'm not living recklessly. So like, I got more in front of me than I do behind me.
Exactly.
100%. So like, if I lived at my grandpa's age, say I get to 85.
So much.
Come on, guy, that's 50 something. That's 50
so
years.
Much, bro. I think that's what we have to be aware of too. We can prep now for that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that.
100%.
God willing, you know.
God willing, yeah. Not no freak accident or something, but like.
Yeah, no, that's why I tell some guy 22. Oh, I'm fucking up. Nah, G, you have so much time.
Nah, bro, you got all the time.
Dust
in the world,
that shit
man.
off, my G, and figure it out.
Figure it out.
It could be a lot, and that's another thing too. I'm sure we realized. People, just somebody who has it way worse. There's always somebody who has it worse, my guy.
You have no idea. You think we think our growing up is bad, and you talk to some of these kids at the schools that we work at, and it's like, oh man, like, come on, bro, let me go get you a burger.
You should do the $20, my guy.
Yeah, man, come on.
Dude. Yeah,
because I know what it's like. I know, man, I know.
Just I could sleep a little bit better at night. Just know when I tried,
bro. I know when I tried. Like people talk about survivor's guilt, right?
Yeah, facts.
It's a real thing. Like, and we ain't even like to where we supposed to be at yet. But if I feel like I'm a little bit ahead, like, come on, man. It's
so hard for me I need to stop doing that. Honestly, I got love for all my guys, but
you gotta take care of your energy.
If you ain't trying to do this or you ain't trying to do anything with it,
we had this talk at the wedding. We did have this talk at the wedding about the energy and how you just like. You can't spread yourself thin, right? Just giving. Like, eventually you got to be selfish, and that's where I'm at right now with this point in my life is like, I could give, but I'm selfish. I'm more selfish now than I ever been. And that's a crazy word for me. And that's a crazy feeling for me that I had to learn how to adapt to.
I think we always, what's the word too? We always just align that with a bad thing. Being selfish is a bad thing. Like, no, I don't think selfish is being a bad thing at all.
Because if you don't take care of you, who gonna take care of you?
We ain't no good if we ain't no good at anybody else if we're not good.
I'm the provider. I'm the bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm the breadwinner. So if I'm not right, okay, cool. All right, no.
I'm at the point now where I want to set myself up to put other people around me, my brother, my sister. Yo, you work for me right now. Since you don't want to do what you do. Let's figure out a way to work for me. We can try to get more money.
We can get right.
Maybe right now I can't get you what you want, but just let's keep grinding towards this goal, and we can make some more.
100%, bro.
And that's what's crazy, dude. I think that's where I'm at in my life. Like, I don't need to do what the world tells me I should do. Like, oh, you gotta go do this, you gotta do that, or you're not gonna make it. But how am I gonna do if I don't even try to risk it? I gotta take the chance, right?
You have to.
Right, even right now,
do everything you want to do.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Half the shit I'm doing, I don't know what the end game is, bro. But what am I supposed to do? Give up? We work too hard, bro.
You can't. And eventually, bro, you'll align yourself, and it'll all come through, and you'll see the end game, and you'll see it clearer than before. Mm-hmm. And if not, you'll be like, all right, let's try something else. Like, we're young, bro.
Yeah, dog. 30, like, I used to think the old guy was 30.
Yeah, that's the OG, because people don't live to 30.
Oh, God, I'm like, nah, that guy was
at
old.
30, you either locked up, you upstate, bro, for a long time, you not coming home.
Or you strung out.
Or you're strung out of your dad.
Yeah, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, those are that's when we came around, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
I remember seeing, and I used to think the old guys were so cool. I'm like, that ain't cool. They were strung out the whole time, trying to give us drugs.
Yeah, man, nah.
That's why I kind of lost respect. That's why I don't really mess with a lot of cats, especially around here now. Like, bro, I know what you're doing. When I was 15. You over here giving me this shit. You over here trying this, try that. Like, nah, bro, that ain't the way. That's not the way it's gonna go.
When your idols become your rivals, bro, that's when you know you like on a different path.
And I hope I got, we know that too, bro. I hope I got all the snakes out of my grass, dog.
You never will, bro. You never get all of them. You never get all of them.
It's so hard, my G. It's
so hard.
It is, bro. It's so hard to identify them too, especially when you root them out every. I feel like every year I'm rooting somebody out. We outgrow people.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, is there somebody? That's the only time I wish I could kind of see in the future. Who's gonna do me dirty? Who's gonna not ride with me the way I expect them? Because I know I be riding with my guys, even the guys you guys don't see a lot. You know, like I ride with my guys. And
you know,
it's scary, bro. It's disappointing too. I'm like, man, dog. I'm always trying to keep it 1,000 with you, and I learned that throughout life too. You gotta be honest with people. Like, what do you?
You know, my grandpa would always tell me when I was a youngster. He would always say, "Be a man of understanding." Mm-hmm. And understand that not everybody has the same understanding as you. Mm-hmm. And so that, like, for me, it just, okay, cool. Like, I don't really got to, like, I can't really see where you're coming from, but I can understand that everybody got a choice. Mm-hmm. And so I could see that you wasn't really raised like me, so I could just cut the ties there.
Definitely.
And that's, like, how you know, right? It's like when you stop letting, this is what Wes told me too, right? When you stop letting, when you understand what angers you controls you, and when you limit the things that do anger you. Mm-hmm. And that's when you know you're at that next, like, okay, you found Zen. And, like, that's what happiness is, and that's what success is. Because it's like, it's people that's rich that don't have that. Mm-hmm. So what would you rather have?
Domo told me one time, too, like, with the whole, I wanted to change his grind. He's like, man, nigga Jeff Bezos has all the money in the world, and he can't even keep his wife happy.
Hey.
1 minute. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Because I want to make sure that FaceTime thing did not fuck with my recording. And it sure didn't, and we still on. Never mind the commercial, we going live. And real fast, my guy, before we have one more thing on the cartoon we gotta meet. And I know we love hip hop, my guy.
Oh man.
So we're gonna do this real fast. We're gonna do this quick discussion. Mount Rushmore. There's 4 guys on Mount Rushmore, right?
Right.
Okay.
West Coast hip hop?
West Coast hip hop. I think we need to get into that.
Alright,
who's automatic? Like, we can't even debate. Like, he's in there. I think Snoop has to be that guy, right?
Cuba Snoop.
Cuba Snoop, okay.
Cube off top, like, people could hate Cube in his past life, but as far as rap goes,
yeah,
Cube, he started this shit.
Cube and Snoop.
Cube, Snoop.
I see, and this is where I think we could put 2 and maybe 3. It's gonna either be Easy, Quick, or Pac.
But see, when you put, for me, this is where, like, I understand Eazy's impact because he, like, funded it all. But when you talk about rap, that's Cube shit.
Yes.
That's Cube and Ren.
Yes.
So
if we put Dre on there, what are we gonna say with Dre? Because you know, whoever the hell wrote, Dre never wrote a damn lyric in his life either. So do we put Dre in there too, or we just say his production?
Okay, but is we talking about Mount Rushmore of rap, or we talking about godfathers, engineers, like pioneers, the forefathers? I think it's a different, right?
So we do have to have established a criteria because we have. They had to be born.
Yeah. Because you don't fuck with the Pac comparison.
Yeah, like,
and that means we can't get corrupt no love either.
Do people consider corrupt a West Coast MC?
Is corrupt from '60s?
I think he's an MC, but see, you're right. You're right.
Correct.
We get to that.
Corrupt from '60s. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Mac Dre. I would say Dre and Short.
Let me tell you my Mac Dre, I guess, beef. And people are always gonna. Shout
out to my guy Rob too. Shout out to my guy DJ Bass.
Yeah, my guy Rob is the one who put me on. See, I've always felt like I was so used to a sound. So when I hear Dre, it's like that's not what I'm used to listening to.
Right.
He's not speaking about anything I could relate to in a weird
Dre
way.
He was talking that shit,
see,
bro.
See, I was kind of behind on the game.
He was asleep. Bob, you sitting here the Mac songs, he be on him.
Yes.
Nah, Mac Dre, he game spitter. He a pioneer. Like we talk about the hyphy movement. You talk about like the way music sounds now, all the 808 shit, all the clap shit. That's all Mac Dre.
They milked that
did.
sound.
And so like people will say 40, right? 40, I love 40, bro. I listen to a lot of 40. 40 like, you
the
know
old 40s where it's at for me, honestly.
The click 40.
Yes. That was
notice when 40 stopped talking about the when he started rapping like that. And when he started rapping on them hyphy beats, it was right when Mac died. And 40 took it to the next level. That's cool. I love it. I appreciate it. Y'all's from Vallejo. Both of y'all from Vallejo. Y'all don't have no songs together.
Didn't know that.
Come on, guy. Yeah. It wasn't like, from what my understanding, right? We all historians or whatever. From my understanding of the reading of the movement, right? Mind you, I wasn't there. I'm not claiming to be. From my understanding, the hillside and the crest was like two different worlds. So 40 was like representing what they was doing. Sugar T, Be Legit, like the click. That was the way they rap. When Mac went to jail and came back and started popping pills and all that shit, he was on. That's the lifestyle they was living. And then when Mac died, and Mac died in what, 04? Tell me when to go drop in 06. Cake to Sneak, all of this. Now 40 took off with the whole wave, so it's like, I appreciate it, like, but you wasn't rapping like that. It was Mac Dre.
Yeah.
When you was on that click, when you was on that Hurricane and all that, that shit don't sound.
That was some gutter raw rap back in the day.
That shit don't sound like Mac Dre early shit.
Doesn't have the bounce.
It don't have none of it.
Disrespect to E40.
I love 40.
I know enough. It didn't have the bounce.
It didn't have none of that.
Nothing like that.
He wasn't rapping like that. He wasn't. So it's like you gotta give Mac Dre his props. And people could say the regional shit. But you go put that. People say he didn't have no bar. You go put them early records on. You go put anything. You can find any Mac Dre record, and he was rapping his ass off over any beat, from "Make You Mine" to "Not My Job."
He was striving this era too, bro.
Oh man, Mac be the guy.
Just look at the fucking catalog.
Get stupid.
You can't even.
Oh come on, man.
That's why I came, and that's why I realized too with this era too. They do put that catalog out. Mac was striving this era.
Mac would be the fucking guy. It's all his shit.
Yeah, bro.
Think about all the rappers everybody like. Sound just like Mac Dre.
Definitely.
So I think it's Mac. And we talked about this the other day too. It's quick. It got to be quick.
Quick is Mac. Special.
Got to be quick.
They don't mention him. He's so underrated.
Rhythmalism, a top 5 album of all time.
Oh my god. Safe It Sounds right behind it. Even Way Too Funky, bro. This what they were doing with those samples. Is like,
man, crazy.
Even like the Book of David, that late quick.
That Sugar Free shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on, man. High C.
Yeah, dog.
Come on, quick.
I was saying all that shit. He has so many beats that he just gave to the homies.
Quick mixed and master All Eyes on Me.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of them is Daz beats.
No, definitely.
I mean, Daz did his shit.
But now that we know a little about more music, he just refined them to where they sound better to the ear. And I think Quick has to be in the consistency from that 92 to 99 period.
That G-Funk shit, bro. Come on, man.
And I fuck with Dre.
I love Warren G up there.
What?
You Warren G?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if music-wise he got the catalog as them dudes, but production-wise
that
he 92,
for sure 97, I Want It All, Regulate, Nobody Does It Better.
Oh, man. Him and Nate had a run.
Oh, my God. Nate had a run. And I used to get, that's why I started fucking with Suge. Suge's like, oh, Nate ain't never had no success as solo. Maybe according to the masses,
they got Nate fucked up.
Yeah, West Coast, we know Nate is that guy.
It wasn't no shit. All your favorite rappers' best songs got Nate Dogg on them.
He provided something that people can never find again.
It ain't a hit on Nate Dogg spit.
Yeah, dude. We'll never get somebody like that who can provide that.
No.
I know we had the Akons of the world and shit who had some good hits.
T-Pain had a run. T-Pain had a run.
I feel T-Pain when he says, give me something new to listen to.
Yeah. 1,000%.
And that's what's so fucked about the game now. When we do get something that's different, it would have been just alright back in the day. Now it's like, oh, it's different. It's hot.
That's why you gotta really appreciate Bino and Blast.
Yes.
Blast got shit, bro.
You put me on that.
Blast ain't missed.
Yeah.
Hey, he's shooting. I mean, you could say it's a couple that you probably don't mess with. Everything's from
there.
My guy's shooting like 50, 40, 90. He having a crazy career right now.
And he's blessed. I hope he rides that wave.
I hope he stays true to this and not be like, oh, I got to change because of this. Like, do what you're good at, guy, and ride that shit as long as you can. Take a break and then
even when you need that break, take it. Like, I hope the people surrounding him know, like, just study the history of it. Yeah. Because we need more stars like that. We need longevity, bro.
Do what he does.
Like, even when I was saying that busted shit with Janet Jackson, people forget about that still to this day. Like, no, that shit. And the way he was spitting, like, make it quick, make it deliver.
Think about all of your favorite rappers. Mm-hmm. You don't get into like that next tier status unless you got some like R&B type shit.
Exactly.
Some player shit. Some shit people could just cruise to.
And excuse the language, but what did Biggie say? The fellas are gonna want what the bitches want.
That's it.
And that's just the way it is. I learned that too, DJ. I can't just be playing this thug shit.
No, you can't.
I gotta get something to get these ladies out here.
When you a DJ, bro, you could break out the new shit, the shit nobody knows, or the shit the B-side shit. But really, the people gonna fuck with you is when you keep playing shit everybody knows.
Yeah.
Hit after hit after hit. The vibe is there.
And the ladies, when they get out on the dance floor, that's when
the party gets going.
Creep in, like, let me go get up in this.
Come on, man.
I seen that all the time. I can't play Can't See Me at a party. Nah. But we could put How Do You Want It on there. You could play
all of that.
Do For Love. Like, that shit, dude.
I'm hitting switches on bitches like I've been fixed with hydraulics.
Yeah,
you feel me? Come on.
Hey, Young Dad struck a match and the match went out.
But it wasn't no.
Oh, my God.
Come
dude,
on,
that
man.
shit, and that's why I know it's a vibe, dog.
Oh, that fucking RAG in the motherfucking.
yeah. Man, Rage is. I will always say this. The Lady of Rage has probably the best opening verse of any album on the West Coast.
G-Funk intro.
Oh my God,
fucking crazy.
So beautiful, bro. I just
sipping Tanqueray.
Oh yeah, no mind, no money with a mouthful of manje.
R-A-G. Oh my
God, bro.
I don't know that there's a woman verse better than that.
There can't be, bro. Like even with the men, just what she did, and especially with the spotlight she was given. This was Snoop Dogg's debut album. Shit. Snoop was on top of the game.
People got it fucked up. People think that Pac has shit running. Nah, Snoop was Jordan.
Hey, people got fucked up because they think Drake and all these guys have it, and the respect to the legends, but there's nothing like that Snoop hype. No. I wish I was around.
I wish I was there. But the way the OGs talk about it,
oh my God, there was nothing like it. No, man. My boy was telling me there was lines of people out here trying to get this. It took him a week to get it.
And he was living that.
And he can't. And you know what? Too, it wasn't just the hype. He produced and he delivered.
Every fucking
and the
song.
first person he had on this album was Lady of Rage, and she came through, and that's what's beautiful about. It's kind of like wrestling. I know people don't like wrestling, but you're setting up somebody else on your platform. And that's why I think people need, businessmen need to do that too. We're trying to set people up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like with the podcast too. We're just trying to, with the businesses, we're just trying to set people up. Just let you do your thing, but where you come from though? I heard him through the podcast. That's the kind of mentality I take with the whole business thing.
That's my guy. And like,
it's crazy, bro.
Anytime you're in a room, you're supposed to put somebody else on. Granted, you can't. For people who like, you're supposed to always support the homies. You always are supposed to support the homies, right?
Definitely.
Like, but if your homie not good at something, you gotta be realistic.
100%.
I can't put you in these rooms with me because you gonna make me look foolish. But if you deserve that spotlight, like anytime, bro, like you get a DJ, EC3, DJ Ash B.
Yeah.
You need somebody to take pictures. I'm always clutch this, clutch. Even if Damo, Ernie, and Moy don't know how to specifically do what they ask, my guys, and they gonna learn.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like Clutch does our football stuff. Yeah, we got media day stuff.
It looks so crazy too.
Oh my God, they're nuts.
It's amazing. Like I screenshot like Damo. This is it.
That's it.
And that's what I was like.
Every picture on my Instagram, Clutch tag.
Yeah, always.
That's it.
Always.
My shorts when I go coach, Clutch tag.
And it's so crazy, man. My hip hop mentor, he booked me for his daughter's scheme, saying I want to keep it 100. I was doubting myself. I'm like, man, can I really rock this shit? Because it's like. Your sensei. This is who taught you the game, and now you gotta go perform for him. Imagine like I don't know how to say it, dude. Like just imagine Dre having this producer, and this producer's now making a beat for Dre.
Right.
Like what are his nerves like? That's how I felt. And dude, it was one of the best gigs I ever had. But it was just I wasn't even thinking about that. I just got locked in because I'm a weirdo when I'm DJing, bro. I'm not Ernie anymore. I'm just locked in.
You gotta be EC3 thing.
Yeah. I'm just business. Like I'm here to do one
job.
Mood.
That's it, bro. Yeah. You're in control. Like it's nice to hear you say like you take it so serious, right? But it's like people are paying you for like lifetime events, big moment in their lifetime. And if you could be like, man, we danced all night at that moment.
Yeah, dog.
Like even if they don't remember your name, like I just remember that night we danced all night.
And when you can have the crowd right here in your fucking palm, it's like,
man,
when you could just sound, if you love money, say hell yeah, and they're like hell yeah. I'm like, oh my god, dude, it's a beautiful thing, dude.
It's that rush,
and it's kind of like it's a blessing. But then I think I tell people this all the time. I'm well aware that this light does not stay lit forever, so I'm trying to get in while I can now. Like you can't, bro.
You have to. You gotta take advantage of every opportunity, right? So like you gotta take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime. And the lifetime of the opportunity.
And just like basketball players, they're not gonna get this $200 million every year.
Nah, that shit stop bouncing.
This ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen when you're 40, my guy. Yeah. Get that shit while you can.
Get it. Play as hard as you can, bro. Don't miss no days, man. If you not really hurt, you're not really injured, bro. Practice, play, go, do it. Cause you gonna be like, I'm hurt, my ankle, this and that, and before you know it, you not gonna play no more. You gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have just played them games.
Snoop says shit so crazy. Are you hurt or are you injured? I never heard that till Snoop said it on his youth football.
My guy Coach T says that. Are you injured or are you hurt? My guy Josh Calbert, West Coast Elite. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? We do the West Coast Elite thing too.
Let's get into that real fast before we head out, my guy. How'd you get into that? 'Cause I love seeing that. Is that that's AAU?
It's AAU, right? So we on the Under Armour circuit, right? So like if you know, right? So like all the shoe companies have their own summer circuit during live periods. Live periods are when college coaches could come actually see you in person and maybe start offering you a little bit, talk about interest. My guy T, right? He was a basketball during the COVID stuff. He came down. He's coach at Western Ranch. Now he's at Modesto Christian. And we just went to dinner. We just, started drinking. He started talking. He was like, bro, like, you're hungry. Like, what's your plans? What's your goals with this? I'm like, honestly, bro, I love my community. He's like, man, there's so much more out there. So then when he took the West Coast Elite job, he called me. He was like, he was like, I want you to come get down. He's like, it's a drive, it's a push. He's like, but I know you're with it. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll drive. You know what I'm saying? I coach in the NorCal branch. So we're based out of the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Walnut Creek. A lot of our kids go to the schools out there. Camp Lindo, Salesian. Modesto Christian, they all go to schools out there. So he was like, I want you to just get a different taste of it. So like, honestly, bro, it's like one of the best decisions I could ever make, bro. To like, cause we coach basketball here in town, right? It's like such on a basic level. It's such on just a fundamental teaching level, right? But I didn't know really how much of like my mentorship and coaching it was. Like, what's the balance, right? Am I just like how people are like, are you just a good mentor, or can you or can you put this X and O shit together?
Exactly.
So I got out there and I was like, AJ taught me a lot. So like, I was like, man, I could do this at a really high level. I could coach basketball at a high level. When the kids are good, I can make them better. So yeah, man, I'm just grinding, man. I'm excited, man. We got a lot in store for the future. It is a great opportunity, man. They're back. Ryan Silver's a man, and the whole Under Armour thing it's a blessing just to be on a platform, just to be on a stage, and to have the backing. So like, if I do want to take this thing like nationally and globally, like I got a backing, and when I do, finish school and I do start applying for these college jobs, like I got some weight on my name, you know what I mean? Like, and I got some backing and I got some people, so it's a great experience, man. I love it, man. I'm blessed. I leave tomorrow night actually. We go to LA for the last live period. We go to Irvine playing at Momentous. So
I think timing's a crazy thing, right?
Oh, man.
I think people will always push us. We gotta do this by this time. Like, no, let's get this timing right.
Yeah, man.
God's
still 26. Real. Still 26,
get that, my guy. Like, we got so much time, bro.
You like what I'm saying? Like, when you live in the streets, bro, when you grow up, like, and you see it, man. Like, I got like, okay, so like my high school friends, right? My 3 high school friends, bro. So
same here, dude. Fuck.
2 in jail, 1 dead. Like my guys, like my dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, man, like we used to all meet up at the corner and walk to school together. So it's like, you don't know, you think your clock is ticking, but then when you get to the other side and you're so far removed from doing reckless stuff, or like, I don't even be nowhere that I know something might happen, I just don't even go.
Can't, bro.
That's when, like, like, okay, I'm not really living reckless, so like, barring like something catastrophic, like I'm gonna be here for a minute. I could start, like you said, 26, okay, cool, so like, what's the goal? Okay, cool, finish school and maybe start applying for jobs by 30. I could do that. I could see the direct path. And sometimes when you're young, like you got tunnel vision, but you can't see the light. Yeah. But now I can see the light, so it's like, okay, cool. Like I got a good job. I got benefits. I can afford to fund my dream. I'm getting money in a couple different ways now. So it's like, I'm not hungry. I'm not starving, not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I can vacation where I want to. Like. My peoples are healthy. My people's just taken care of.
What did you say yesterday on the North Radio? What you were eating yesterday?
Yeah, man, I had filet mignon and scallop. I could do that, like not like saying I'm balling and we had like Roof Chris every weekend or not, but like
if we could do that. Though.
I could, man. Come on, man. I used to eat noodles 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row.
5
hot pockets and pizza pockets and.
5 years ago, I was doing McDonald's trying to struggle to buy a McDouble, my guy.
I used to work at Tony's, man. I used to work at Chili's, man. I'm taking food home.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. I'm not trying to eat no more McDonald's, no more Taco Bell. If I don't have to.
It gives man.
Like Damo always says, bro, like, I know what fried bologna tastes like. I can make you a mean fried bologna sandwich. On God, I can. But I don't have to.
Exactly.
So I don't want to.
It's a beautiful thing. We can go out there just, we just put the Benji on it.
Yeah, come on, man. I got this. Like, it's a nice feeling from going from little homie to big homie, right? So if I take my little homies out and we out, like, get what y'all want.
God.
Get what you want, bro. We taking kids to Chipotle and Chick-fil-A for the first time. Get what you want, man. Mm-hmm. I got it. Mm-hmm. I got this. When I go out with my young bulls and we go to the bar, they're not even my young bulls, right? They call me Unc. I'm 26, they 23, right? Whatever. I got it. They know that's on my tab. Mm-hmm. They know, like, they just know. Like, not saying they abuse it or anything, but, like,
no, they know.
That's a good feeling to have, bro.
It's cool to tell the homie who don't want to say anything for anybody, you ain't got no money here, my G.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. You don't tell nobody if you don't want to.
I know what that feeling's like.
You're not going to eat. We're not going to eat, and you're not going to eat, bro. There's no way.
Matter of fact, make you feel better, I got everybody's tab. Come on.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's a good feeling, and it's only gonna get more, and it's only gonna magnify. So I can't wait to do it on a broader scale and to take care of more people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to just help them and just give them light, so that way, like, that's the way we break the cycle. Mm-hmm. You get out, you see things. Now you're functional, and now you kick that game down. Because I'm not gonna always be here, and I'm not even gonna know everybody that you know, but like. Each one teach one. If I could reach one, you could reach another one, and you could reach another one. And you know what I'm saying? So like that's more like my drive and my focus, because like I know what them nights is like. Like Nipsey say, bro, they don't know about them sleepless nights. I know. Yeah. Them looking for a reason nights. Like I know, bro. I know. Trust me, I know, young boy.
I remember I used to get in my check, bro. It used to be like $112 in 2 weeks. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, man.
How the fuck am I supposed to make this stretch? And I wasn't even trying to. I wasn't hustling shirt. Nah. No dro. No. I had no other stream of income. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to make this 112? Manage stretch it out. Yeah. Like without, I used to hate borrowing money from anybody.
Anybody, bro. I never borrow money. And I used to hate selling stuff. Yeah. That's like the hood bankruptcy. You see a nigga start selling his PlayStation and stuff. Like, you know, like, he down bad. Like, niggas start selling J's and shit. You like, nah.
Back in the day,
my pride would never let me.
I used to have this Dr. Dre laptop. I used to be at the pawn shop on Ming all the time. Give me $200, I'll pick it up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I need that now, though.
Yeah, I need it.
Man, dude, I hope I never got to go back.
I was reffing, bro. 14 games in a Saturday. Give me all the games, because I don't even know when I could get money again. 14 games on a Saturday, 10 games on a Sunday, just to last me for the month. I'm not eating sometimes. Like, I'm already knowing, like, I'm with AJ. Shouts to AJ, bro. That's my dog. Like, he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. Nah, bro, you good, bro. I might got $20 too, but we could split it. Like, and that's how you know, bro. Like, and I was there. So I tell these young boys, I tell them, like, yo, bro, I'm listening. I hear you. I'm not saying they right. I'm not saying it's right. But you giving up, bro, like, it's just gonna feed into, like, to the stereotype. And
that's what they want.
That's what they want. That's what it was designed for. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we could do this all day, you know what I'm saying? But
real fast, I remember I tweeted out the other day, it's beautiful that you could, my homies that I used to starve with, the homies I used to starve with, now we striving. Oh, man. There's nothing like that feeling. Me and my guy went out, we just went out to the bar. Damn, I said, remember we used to think this was a lot?
A lot, yeah. That's regular.
Let's go, my guy. Come on.
That's regular. Come on, man.
Let's go, bro.
Like, nah, man.
It's so crazy.
I'm already knowing.
Because we struggled together. Me and my guy Bubba, we used to struggle together, bro. We weren't dead broke, but we'd be like, man, we can't do that, though. We can't go buy this.
Yeah. And you used to see the commercials and be like, damn, just one day.
We were in high school, my guy. All our guys, man.
I already know. And you flip that switch, man. It's a beautiful thing, right? To be able to take care of your peoples. And if your peoples need it, to be like, look, I got it.
Take my sister's kids out, like,
man, come on, man.
Don't give me money.
I got you. Come on.
What time do they gotta be home?
Yeah, come on, nephew.
What time you gotta be home,
bro? Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
Cool. All right, have you fed him yet? Don't worry about it.
It's good. What you want to eat, bro? Get whatever you want.
Just had this conversation just with my
Try some new shit. Matter of fact.
Yeah, like what can I take her? All right, don't send her any money either. Yeah, like you always do that shit. Keep that 20. Tell your mom you spent it. Keep it in your pocket. Don't lose it.
Yeah, don't lose it. No, 100%, bro. 100%. That's a beautiful feeling.
But man, episode 93, bro. This is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Just
yes, sir,
what we always doing, bro.
Love, bro. Hey, man. Love, bro.
What did we say? Comfortable in chaos.
Comfortable in chaos, man.
Comfortable in chaos, my guy. Uncle Ruben Hill, we out here.
Yes, sir.
S.T.S Podcast, we out. Episode 93.